other things had changed too. The wavy, shoulder-length hair was artfully tousled rather than wild. The messy eyebrows reshaped into 2 curved lines. But the smile was the same old Maryam smile that greeted Zahra every time Maryam returned from her family's summer trips to London. And her outstretched hand held a cassette that was always her belated birthday present to her best friend, a mixtape that she had recorded off the radio with the best of the London charts. "Do you see what's happened to me?" she said. "Is it your mother or your tailor who's having difficulty accepting it?" Zahra said, gesturing to the kameez. "Hard to say. Master Sahib stitches what he thinks my mother wants. Mother says he's easily offended. We can't go back and say it's all wrong, or he'll stop doing our clothes, and he's the only one to get my sari blouses right. Adulthood is so complicated." They smiled at each other, confident of the futures ahead of them in which they'd never face such petty dilemmas. They had barely moved on to swapping notes about the summer apart when Saba approached, with that smile of hers, as if she was holding some forbidden delight in her mouth that she was willing neither to swallow nor to reveal. They knew all of each other's smiles, the 3 girls. At 14, they were 10 years into what might loosely be called friendship, though Zahra had once looked up from a dictionary to inform Maryam that what the 2 of them had with each other was friendship, and what they had with the other 6 girls and 22 boys in class was merely propinquity, a relationship based on physical proximity. "If you moved to Alaska tomorrow, we'd still be best friends for the rest of our lives," she had told Maryam, who was the only person in the world towards whom Zahra displayed extravagant feelings. Now there was Saba, standing in front of them, allowing them to cajole her into giving up the secret which she had just heard from her aunt, Mrs. Hilal, the biology teacher, to the rest of them. The school's bomb alarm was going to be complemented with a riot alarm. There would be drills throughout the term to ensure the students didn't confuse the first with the second. You wouldn't want 700 students evacuating the building when they were supposed to be inside with doors and windows firmly shut. The school had never known either bombs or riots, but Saba conveyed the news of the anticipated disaster and the possible mix-up over alarms with relish. "My parents are going to get even more hysterical if they hear that," Maryam said, dragging out the word even. "The day we got back from London, they hired armed guards for our house because all these expats over there kept telling them how dangerous Karachi is. Give me dangerous, and keep your boiled cabbage, Londoners. Now no one can come indoors without having to go through some ridiculous procedure of guards calling up the house to make sure they're acceptable. And if someone's on the phone and they can't get through, then one of the guards has to run inside. Not that they ever run. It's the slowest crawl. You don't worry, Zahra. I gave them a picture of you and said if anyone tries to stop you from entering, I'll have them fired." "Lucky," Zahra said, and Maryam grinned. She liked nothing better than to be compared to Lucky Santangelo, heroine of the Jackie Collins novels, composed in equal parts of courage, ruthlessness, and loyalty. Saba made a little face, and Zahra recognized this expression too. It was the one that said Saba didn't see why Maryam continued to be best friends with Zahra and share private jokes with her when Saba, like Maryam, belonged to that subgroup of students whose parents were part of the social set and who went abroad for their summer holidays and swam at the same private members' club. "Maybe it's a good idea for the school to have some kind of plan in case the worst happens," Zahra said, glancing towards the high boundary walls, shards of glass embedded at the top to prevent anyone from climbing over. Last